Hey everybody, this video brings us out to Royersford, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we are in Royersford, Pennsylvania today is because we are back once again at one of my most all-time favorite places in the world. A place my great aunt used to take me and my brother, your uncle, out to all the time when we were your age, when we were little kids. We are back at the Upper Schuylkill Valley Park. I love this place. Once an old farm, then turned into an old farm slash zoo, and now just a zoo. I love coming out here and seeing all the different animals. Animals that when I was a kid, you used to be able to feed. My great aunt would always bring a bag of carrots. We'd feed the donkeys and the horses and the goats and all that stuff. Nowadays, you can't do that, unfortunately, but back in the day, you could. It was pretty awesome. So even though we can no longer feed the animals, we're gonna actually take a look at the animals today. We're just gonna admire them, enjoy them here at the Wildlife Center. Again, I love this place. Been coming out here ever since I was a little kid, and now I get to bring my son out here when he's a little kid. Maybe someday you'll bring your kid out here when they're a little kid. Yeah. It's the circle of life. So like I said, when I was a little kid, this place also used to be a farm, which was pretty awesome, an active farm. And inside here is where all the cows were in. Right now, you would not really want to be standing where we're standing because all the poo and the pee and the guck and the muck and whatnot used to just come rolling off here like a small little water fountain. It was actually quite disgusting, but I guess that's how you get rid of pee and poo when you got cows. I guess that's how that works. It was pretty gross back in the day, but man, we used to love coming over here to see the cows anyway. You could kind of see them over that way. Every now and then they had the barn open. You could actually walk into the barn and see the cows, which is pretty cool. They get another barn over here that had pigs in it as well. Unfortunately, again, this is no longer a farm, so no longer pigs and cows, but other cool, interesting, non-farmy animals are still here. I feel like all I'm going to be doing this entire video is just reminiscing about what used to be here, because right in this area used to actually be the peacocks. They had a whole big cage here with a bunch of peacocks in it. What do peacocks have to do with farming? I have no idea, but the more I think about it, the last farm we were at had peacocks too, right? Comments down below. Peacocks and farms. Why? I have never seen this park hopping so much. There are a ton of families out here today, which is really awesome. Glad to see this park doing well for itself. It is free to visit, costs nothing to come out here and see the animals. Look at this. Look at the amazing barn here, built in 1867. This is where, as a kid, the cows used to be. Every now and then, they'd have these barn doors open. You could look inside and actually see the cows in there. And sometimes you would get really, really lucky, and this door over here would be open, wide open. We would just walk inside. We'd go in there and we'd see the cows up close. It was pretty cool. Again, nowadays, no more cows, no more pigs, no more nothing like that. Just a bunch of interesting zoo animals. But man, seeing the cows back in the day, it's pretty awesome. So right now we're actually walking in what used to be the parking lot and entrance to the zoo. You would come in right through those gates right there and park right here. Now it's a playground. Not much of a playground, just two little pieces of playground equipment. There's a log you can run through and an egg you can do that in. So not a whole heck of a lot of playground equipment here, but at least there is something for the kids to play on, which is pretty awesome. And right here, where this sort of circle area is, this is where the grain silos used to be. Although I shouldn't say grain silos, it was a corn silo. They had these big silos filled with corn. I remember my brother and I used to kind of like wiggle some corn out of the silo because it was all done in this like grating, and we'd actually take the corn and then go feed the animals with the corn as well. The things you did as a kid. Nowadays, no more grain silos, no more parking lots, just a weird playground with that. Look at these. All right, say something. Say it again. Wait, all right, try it again. So these do not work. All right, ready? Can you hear me? No. Wait a minute, hold on. I kind of sort of take back what I just said. The grain silos were not right here. I believe they were actually right here where these concrete slabs are. There was one right here, and I think one right there as well. I do remember there being two just completely filled all the way to the top with corn. Now we've got pheasants over here and a flagpole over here. I mean, pheasants and flags are awesome, but I kind of miss the the corn silos. I don't know why they would need them. Again, it's not an active farm anymore, but I miss them. So yeah, these are the ring-necked pheasants. It actually says that the ring-necked pheasants were not native to the United States. They were actually imported from Asia as game birds. I did not know that. And apparently the males are the colorful ones with the rings, and the brown ones are the females. So I do believe there are both male and female birds inside here. You can see the brown females there, and somewhere in here, I did see a male somewhere. I think he's actually underneath a tree right now trying to keep cool. I don't blame him. It's actually kind of toasty out today. If I was a ring-necked pheasant, I would not want to be in the sun. I'd want to be hanging out underneath the Christmas tree as well. The really interesting thing about the zoo is the fact that they don't have your typical zoo animals. You're not going to find the leopards and kangaroos and things like that. You're going to find animals that are actually indigenous to the area, like the barred owl. Look at this. Look at that huge bird back there. That is a big, beautiful owl. That is so cool. I've seen these guys flying around my area before. That is amazing. Again, all different animals indigenous to the area. And I believe a lot of these animals are actually hurt, and that's the reason why they're here. This one looks to have a wing that is damaged. So a lot of these animals aren't here because they just capture them and stick them in the cage. They're here because they were hit by a car or hurt because they were shot or something like that. And they take them and they actually give them lives. They can properly live here, because otherwise, I mean, this barred owl would not be doing very well out in the wild. So they bring him here, they fix him up, and they give him a life, and they let people come out here and see him and get educated and to check out the amazing animals that otherwise you would not be able to see up close. Okay, this is amazing. We're going into the Schuylkill Woods now, the indoor section. I used to have pigs when I was a little kid, and now they have North American raccoons. And at first we weren't actually seeing them. We were looking up, we were looking down. We thought maybe he was in like his home or something. And then they started walking around. Look at this. Look at that raccoon. I love raccoons. They are such awesome animals. They are adorable. They are amazing. Look at him. I have never been here before when the actual raccoons are active. That is so cool. What is he gonna do? Oh my gosh. All right. Can we get a raccoon? I want a raccoon now.
Me too.
Okay, it's official. I'm in love with raccoons now. I need to get a raccoon for my Florida house. It has to happen. These guys are so cute. There's another little one back there cleaning itself. That is adorable. I want to have a raccoon. And down here, there's apparently a bobcat. Somebody earlier said the bobcat was out and you could actually see it. Oh my God. Are you kidding? It's right there. Look at that, sleeping. I feel like we should be quiet. Look at that. So as many times as I've been here, even with the new setup, I've never really seen the animals out and about. Every time I come here, they're usually in their like box, sleeping somewhere, or somewhere where you can't see them. They are quite in the forefront today. Look at that. That is awesome. I kind of want a bobcat now too. We're walking back out of the enclosure and noticing the other raccoon is now out, standing in its water dish for whatever reason. Look at that.
Maybe it's taking a bath.
So good. Oh my gosh, she's coming this way. Or she's coming this way. It's coming this way.
You hungry? I think it's hungry.
Again, I am so blown away by how active and in the forefront the animals are today. Usually when I come out here, they're always hiding somewhere. You rarely ever see them, but today they are out and about. Look at that. There's a gray fox right there by his house. That is so awesome. There's another one actually inside the house. We saw go inside. That is so cool. So gray fox is spelled G-R-A-Y, not G-R-E-Y. It says the gray fox are found from Canada to Central America. That is so cool. And again, there's one right there, snuggled up, sleeping right by his home. So now I want a raccoon, I want a bobcat, and I want a gray fox. I'm taking one of each when we leave. This here's the butterfly garden, something they definitely did not have when I was a kid. This is where the skunks used to be back in the day when I was a little kid. Unfortunately, I don't actually see any butterflies in here. It smells amazing. I'll give it that. With all the flowers, it smells really awesome in here, but I don't actually see any butterflies flying around. What's over here? Okay, there's some in here and some cocoons and some caterpillars. So I guess maybe the actual butterflies aren't out and about yet. They're hatching. That's what they're doing. So that's pretty cool. You can see some butterflies down there with the wings still kind of folded up. That's pretty neat. So no actual butterflies flying around at the moment. They're just being born. They're hatching, but still pretty awesome. And when I was a kid, I believe right here is where the skunk house used to be, which is why to this day, I do not mind the smell of skunk. When I drive past a skunk that's been hit, and there's that whiff of just skunk in the air, and everybody in the car is like, oh, it smells so bad. I don't care, because honestly, the smell of skunk takes me back to being a little kid, takes me back to being here with my great aunt and seeing the skunk in the skunk house. So it's weird how smells sometimes are very nostalgic, and even stinky smells can be nostalgic and actually make you think of good times. So I don't mind skunk. All right, so finally we get to see what Sean really wants to check out, what he's been talking about ever since we pulled into the parking lot, the rabbit house. Even when I was a little kid, this is where the rabbits were housed. I love coming in here as well. But look at this, there's a praying mantis in here. Oh, look at that, he's on the back wall there. Mm-hmm. That is pretty awesome. I don't believe they had praying mantises here when I was a kid, but they definitely had all kinds of bunnies. There's Pepper down there and Squishy's hiding somewhere. Daffodils down here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these rabbits are pretty awesome. They're super cute as well. So how many animals are we up to now that we're taking home with us? Like 4 or 5 at this point. I kind of want a bunny as well. When I was a kid, I actually used to have a rabbit, but we just kept it in a hutch outside and didn't really do anything with it. So we actually ended up getting rid of the bunny rabbit, gave it to a friend who actually raised rabbits and had a whole bunch of them. They could appreciate the rabbit more. You're sad? That rabbit, I guarantee that rabbit would still not be around to this day. That was a long time ago. I'm a very old man, but we did used to have one when we were a kid. And that is so cool. These rabbits are pretty awesome. And apparently down here, there's an African pygmy hedgehog as well. Sadly though, I think it's hiding. There's a bunch of turtles in here as well. However, these are also hiding. This is the eastern box turtle. We have found these though. We've located all the turtles. There's one back there behind the branches. There was one over here hiding, also kind of like in the branches. You can see him sort of back there, perched on top of the rocks. And then there was one over here. What was the one over here? Oh, he's back, also back there behind the branches, perched on the rocks. These are pretty cool. I do believe these are all eastern box turtles as well. I used to catch these when I was a kid all the time down by the creek. Pretty awesome to see them though. Why they're all hiding, I don't know. Something else that's strangely hidden is this sign inside this cage here. It says, where do the pigs and cows go? The pigs and cows from when I was a little kid. It says the pigs and cows were raised and maintained by the staff at Park House. Due to budget constraints, the livestock operation was discontinued in 2010. Upper Schuylkill Valley Park is now using these buildings to enhance the park's mission. Please visit the park's wonderful birds and animals by walking around the rest of the site. Thank you. So it does tell you what happened to the pigs and the cows. I bet a lot of people like me probably came out here and asked the staff, where are the pigs? Where are the cows? Because they remember them from when they were a little kid. Sadly, though, it looks like back in 2010, they got rid of them all. We've now exited the rabbit house and we're back here to check out the eastern screech owl. When I was a kid, this is also where the owls were located. Look at him back there, her back there, it back there, the owl back there, squinting at me, probably not liking the fact that I don't know if it's a he or a she. I apologize for that. What's back here? Oh my gosh, what is that thing? Some kind of duck? Ooh, but it's limping, I think.
Aww.
I don't know what this is. No sign, some sort of duck back here, which is pretty awesome. And then this is a great horned owl. Oh my gosh, way in the back there. I don't know if you guys can really see that through the many layers of wire they have here. They don't want anybody getting bit. That is awesome. He is huge. That is so cool. So I remember these being back here when I was a kid, coming back here, looking at the amazing owls. I love those creatures. They are so cool. All right, so let's see how Sean measures up. How big is your wingspan? You are not quite as big as a black vulture, but you are a little bit longer than a red-tailed hawk. That is pretty cool. Okay, let's see how I measure up. Hold the camera right there. Where am I?
Almost a bald eagle.
A bald eagle? Yeah, I mean, I am an American icon. Okay, so apparently noon is the time to come out to this park because all the animals are so active right now. Again, there's a gray fox just walking around. He is adorable. Look at that. Yeah, I really want to get a gray fox now. I wonder if you could actually domesticate these. I don't know. That is so cute. I've never seen these animals out and about so much. They're always hiding. He's just walking around being adorable. I want every single one of these animals. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I take back what I just said. I want most of the animals here. I don't want every single one of them. I think these guys are cute. They're adorable. I pretty much love any animal, but I'm gonna pass on the turkey vulture and the black vulture. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. You're adorable. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate you cleaning up all the dead carcasses on the side of the roads. But I think I'm gonna pass on taking you guys home. Although I don't know. The more I look at them with their beady little eyes and their crazy looking heads, nah, I want them too. So over here were the gray foxes, but over here are the red foxes. And there's actually one sleeping back there in the shade. Don't know if you guys can see that through the cage, but I assure you there is a gray fox sleeping back there in the shade of the tree. That is so cool. Just so many, I was gonna say active animals. Okay, I guess sleeping is not active, but so many animals out and about to see today. That is really, really awesome. I'm assuming that the homes are probably just too warm today because it is so warm out. Everybody just wants to be outside sleeping in the shade. That guy is also adorable, and it's also another animal I want to take home with me. So what did Sean just find?
There's a deer back there.
There's a deer? Oh my gosh, there is a deer. Don't know if you guys can see that, but way, 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 way back in the field, back by the tree line, there is a deer, a white-tailed deer. It's hopping around now. It's running, look at that. That is pretty awesome. So not actually part of a park, that is a legit wild deer back there. Those we see all the time out and about. When I was a kid, this pasture here actually used to be where they had cows. There were cows roaming around. Again, cows you could actually feed. Now there's just deer running around. And I mean, either way, it's pretty cool. So believe it or not, here in Pennsylvania, we do actually have bald eagles. In fact, Sean and I one time saw a bald eagle. We had parked down by a creek. We were going to check out a trail. And as soon as we got out of the car, we saw this big, giant bald eagle swoop down and glide right over top of the creek. It was really awesome. Unfortunately, I was not filming at the time. And they do have bald eagles here, though. Look at this. Back there's a bald eagle. You can see its wing. Looks like it's broken because, again, all these animals are somehow, in some form or another, hurt or injured, or they were donated to the park. Animals that wouldn't survive out in the wild otherwise. But it's really awesome to see him back there. He's cleaning himself, checking us out. That is so cool. An American bald eagle. Inside this enclosure here is the gray wolf, apparently the most common type of wolf. It says they typically have thick gray fur, but white and black variations do occur. And look at that. That is a white variation right there. There's another one back there sleeping underneath the shade. That is really cool. These look just like, regular dogs. Oh my gosh, he just hopped up on top of his cave. He is showing off for us. Hi. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe how active the animals are today. And cute they are. I'm so happy we came out here to film today. Hi, bud. Hi. You want to come home with us? You know what he would do?
What?
He would eat our chihuahuas. So something you probably don't know, and something that maybe even Sean doesn't remember, but back in the day, when you were really little, we'd go to all kinds of zoos. There'd be all kinds of crazy, interesting animals from all around the world. And the only thing you would care about is the fowls, the chickens, the ducks, the geese. That's all you cared about. You would spend hours looking at the birds. It was really crazy, but clearly you're still into them because what were you just saying? He comes over here and he starts making chicken noises. So clearly Sean is still quite in love with the domestic fowl. And there are a ton of different birds in here. All kinds of geese and chickens and oh my gosh. Again, the animals are active today. They are speaking up. There's all kinds of chickens over here. Look at these guys. Or roosters, whatever these are. Hey. These guys are cool. And now I feel like we're going to be spending the next 3 hours looking at birds.
Maybe.
Wait, birds to say what? I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I see wild turkeys, I always just feel bad. Maybe because I just enjoy eating turkey so much. But then again, when I see cows and pigs and chickens and stuff like that, which I also very much enjoy eating, I don't feel so bad. But for some reason, when it comes to a turkey, I always just feel terrible. Maybe, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. When I see a cow out in the wild or at a farm or whatever, I don't think, man, I'd love to just chop him up and eat him. When I see a turkey, my mind immediately goes to, I feel like I should be cooking you right now and eating you. I'm sorry. I know. Look at that guy. He's there going, what? Me? I know. I'm sorry. Donkeys, on the other hand, I don't feel so bad about.
Because you don't eat them.
No, I do not eat domestic donkey. Definitely not. These guys are also adorable though. But fair warning, they are extremely loud. Probably one of the most loudest animals I have ever heard in my entire life. You know the typical like hee-haw that a donkey does? Mm. It is so ridiculously, insanely loud. One time I was sleeping at a hotel and very early in the morning, I get wakened up by this screeching sound and I could not figure out for the life of me, what the heck is that sound? It was the craziest, loudest, weirdest sound I've ever heard in my entire life. I got dressed, went outside. Turns out it was one of these guys just hee-hawing. It was the loudest thing I had ever heard. I did not know a donkey could be so loud.
And now every time you pretend to fall asleep, I go hee-haw.
Every time I go, oh, Sean, give me a hug, and I'll go. You know what you do?
Go hee-haw.
And I'll go, what? Every single time now. All right, so they're loud, but they are pretty cute. Did you guys hear that? The donkeys were making noise. That's nothing though. That was a low hee-haw. Picture that or imagine that sound amplified by like 5,000. That was the donkey I heard. I know I keep saying it, but please, I will take one of each animal here at the park. Look at the porcupine back there. He is adorable. I don't know what he's doing, but he's clawing at the side of the building. I don't know if you guys have ever actually seen what a porcupine looks like up close, but their faces are all kind of scrunched up and they got these big rodent teeth, because I do believe they actually are. Oh yes, porcupines are North America's second largest rodents. They are indeed rodents. And they have these hands, these squishy little paw hands. They are adorable. Can we get a porcupine? Actually, you can pet a porcupine. You just have to pet him like the way his quills go. Don't pet against the quills. Pet with the quills. Otherwise, it'll hurt a whole heck of a lot. But yeah, I don't care. Hurt me all you want, porcupine, because right now it's hurting my heart. But I don't actually have one of you at home. Oh, he's going away. Good night, dear porcupine. So I couldn't figure out, did I want to do a come on get happy or a partridge in a pear tree joke? And I figured probably neither of them should really happen right now. These are the chakar, am I saying that right? Partridges. Look at him down there, or her down there. That is a cool looking bird. Honestly, when I think partridge in a pear tree, I think nothing. But when I do see the actual legit partridge, I think of the opening to the Partridge Family, where the partridge birds are coming by and they're all rainbowed. I miss that show. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's a striped skunk. And that right there is why I love skunks. Again, I do not mind the smell of them, and look at how adorable they are. Look at him. That has got to be the cutest animal we've seen thus far today. You can stink up my house all you want. I don't care. I want a skunk.
So cute.
I mean, yeah. He is. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. He's adorable. Can we get a skunk? That's it. We're getting a skunk. Down the hill here, where you would not want to be standing back when I was a kid, because that's where the pigs were. And again, all their feces and whatnot would come down the hill here, and there'd be a giant pile of not so goodness down here at the end of the hill. This is where you'd want to avoid back in the day. But now there's a red-tailed hawk down here. There he is.
There's the eggs would go in there.
This is cool. I've actually been in the cage with one of these guys before. Back at the Philadelphia Zoo, I had a friend who worked there, and she let me go inside the cage of a red-tailed hawk to help feed it. From back here, it looks like a pretty big bird, but right up next to it, the thing goes from like my head down to like my midriff. These things are huge. They are gigantic. Look at the way they can turn their heads all the way backwards too, which is pretty neat. Yeah, being in a cage with one of these was quite intimidating. I kind of prefer just to see them from behind the cage.
They're still cool.
They are cool. I mean, I got to feed one. It was pretty awesome. Thankfully, it didn't tear my face off like I thought it was going to. And the way that he's looking at me now, I think he's thinking about doing that. We just came back up the hill, and now there's 2 skunks out. Oh my gosh. I can't get enough of the skunks. These are officially my favorite. I don't really keep going. They are officially my favorite animal of the zoo. Yeah, I'm saying right now, skunks, #1. All right, so we are just about done here at the park, but before we leave, we had to come into the Schuylkill Wilds section, which for me might possibly be the most nostalgic part of this park, because when I was a kid, this is where all the pigs used to be, and some of the pig pens are still here. The old railings for the pig pens. It was awesome coming in here as a kid. It would smell terrible, but there'd be these huge, giant pigs with these cute little baby piglets running around. It was adorable. We'd spend hours inside here. Now there's all kinds of amphibians like frogs and turtles, and there's fish in here, and there's snakes. No pigs anymore, unfortunately, but still some pretty awesome animals. Inside here is a black rat snake. I actually love snakes. I mean, okay, I don't like them when they lunge at me and try to eat me like the one did in Valley Forge, but if they don't do that and they're cute and they're harmless, I love a snake. And look at that. That is so adorable. He is cute. Kind of wish we could pet the snake. How many out there are afraid of snakes? Raise your hand if you are. Me? Nah, I love them. Again, unless they attack me, then I'm terrified. Sean's down here checking out the turtles. Oh wow, that's really cool. They have this window here, so you can actually see the turtles swimming around. And back there's a giant snapping turtle. Those you see, though the snakes I'm good with. Snapping turtles you don't want to get anywhere near, because those things will take your fingers off. Still though, yeah, from a distance, behind glass, they're pretty awesome looking. Yeah. I, however, was checking out the eastern ribbon snakes. There's a bunch of them down here.
There's one.
I don't know if I'm correct in this, but I think in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, you know when he's saving all the animals and he keeps walking past the snakes and going, ugh, and then at the end he comes running out with a bunch of snakes in his hand and collapses to the ground? I think those are ribbon snakes, I think. Rest in peace, Pee-wee, rest in peace. All right, guys, so I think that's just about going to do it for the Upper Schuylkill Valley Park. Again, a park I've been coming out to ever since I was a little kid. A park I've been bringing Sean out to ever since he was a little kid. This place is amazing. Yes, it has changed over the years, but not necessarily for the worst. I mean, okay, yeah, I do miss being able to feed the animals. I do miss the cows. I do miss the pigs. But still, with that being said, it is awesome. It is amazing. It is definitely a park I highly recommend coming out to. It is free to the public. You can just come out here, park, walk around, enjoy all the amazing animals they have here. I highly, highly recommend checking this place out. But with that, we are done. So as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts. Proceeds, both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon, do help support the show. They keep the show going. They bring us out to awesome and amazing places like this. So I really do appreciate the support. And if you guys watch this video all the way to the very end, what should today's hashtag be?
Hashtag, what's your wingspan? Like that bird's doing over there.
All of that? God, if anybody who does that is amazing. Hashtag, what's your wingspan? Then was it? Like what that bird's doing over there?
Yeah, because there's a bird over there doing that.
You know, just hashtag whatever you want to hashtag, because I don't even know what we just did there. So anyway, guys, if you can actually get that, leave your comments down below. Hashtag down below. But all right, guys, again, that is it. So like I said, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you guys do hit that subscribe button, or you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow's video.
Let's go see the skunks.
Yeah, there's a reason why we're walking back towards the skunks. We're gonna go see some skunks. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.